welcome back to my channel, Beautiful Minutia. If you're new here, my name is Tiffany, and today I'm doing something a little bit different because I am doing a quiz. I have my laptop down here. As you know, I am a very big classics fan, and I spend a lot of time reading classics and talking about classics. So there is this quiz website online called Sporkle, and they have quizzes about all kinds of different things, but they have a lot on literature and stuff. And so this quiz here is 100 books and 100 authors. So you have 15 minutes to name the author, and they give you the title of one of their famous works. And then from there, you have to type in the author's name. So it is fill in the blank. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do on this because since joining BookTube, I have actually found so many authors that I just had never heard of before, even though I've been reading classics for most of my life. So I'm not necessarily confident that I can actually name 100 classic authors. I bet you I could name 50. I bet you. I'm hoping. It'd be really embarrassing if I only get 20 after I said that, but you only have 15 minutes. So I'm gonna record this, do the quiz. I will have the quiz linked in the description of this video, so that way you can play along if you would like to as well and share your score in the comments down below. All right, let's get started. All right, The Sound and the Fury, that's William Faulkner. The Color Purple, Alice, is it Walker? Yes. The Secret Life of Bees, Sue Monk Kidd, maybe? Yep. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Douglas Adams? Oh, yay! Call of the Wild, Jack London. I've not read Hitchhiker's Guide. The Last of the Mohicans. I haven't read this. I do own it. James Fenimore Cooper. I spelled it right. Yes. Pillars of the Earth. Haven't read this one either, but I know that's Ken Follett. Oedipus the King. I don't even have the slightest clue who that is, so we're going to skip that one. Robinson Crusoe. Oh, no. It skipped another one. Go back. Robinson Crusoe. Okay, there we go. That's Daniel Defoe. I'm actually reading that with Claire right now for school. Ulysses is James Joyce. This is a book that I have said I would never read because I'm too scared by it. We'll see though. Ethan Frome is Edith Wharton, which I haven't read anything by her yet either, but I hope to soon. The Metamorphosis, Franz Kafka. Yes. The Hobbit. That's an easy one. J.R.R. Tolkien. Gulliver's Travels is, oh, what's his name? I know it's behind me and I don't want to look. It's in the S. Jonathan Swift, I think. I haven't read that one yet either. Crime and Punishment. Oh, Fyodor Dostoevsky. We'll see how they spell it. Oh, they do have a Y. Sometimes there's a Y and sometimes there isn't. Their Eyes Were Watching God. Oh, I haven't read this one. I want to say it's Sola Neil Hurston or Nola Seal Hurston or something. I don't know. We're going to skip that one. The Glass Menagerie. I haven't even heard of that. The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. That's Mark Twain. And I have read that. The Iliad. That's Homer. Have not read that. Lady Chatterley's Lover is D.H. Lawrence. Probably not going to ever read that either. The Grapes of Wrath. John Steinbeck. Charlotte's Web. A.B. White. The Invisible Man. I think The Invisible Man is H.G. Wells, but I'm not 100% sure. Ooh, it's not. Maybe Robert Louis Stevenson. It's not. Okay, we're gonna skip that one. Treasure Island is Robert Louis Stevenson. Who wrote The Invisible Man? I don't know. Murder on the Orient Express, Agatha Christie. That was actually my first Agatha Christie I read as well. I'm going through these really fast because 12 minutes left. The Once and Future King, that's T.H. White. I just read that last year. Les Miserables is Victor Hugo. I have read that as well. War and Peace, Leo Tolstoy, and I have read that as well. Lord of the Flies, William Golding. Jane Eyre is Charlotte Bronte, I think. It's a Bronte. Girl with a Pearl Earring. I haven't a clue who wrote that, and I've never read it. So I know what the painting looks like. Silas Marner, George Eliot, the only George Eliot I have currently read, which is about to change. In Cold Blood, Truman Capote, I have read that also. Atlas Shrugged is Ayn Rand, I think. I haven't read that one yet, though. Catcher in the Rye. Oh, who wrote Catcher in the Rye? I haven't read it, and I have no desire to, because at this point, I'm pretty sure it would be way too angsty for me. I want to say it's like, oh, I don't know if that's the author's name or the character's name, like Holden something. I don't know, I'm going to skip that one, I think, because I am 29 out of 100 with 10 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. So, Candide is Voltaire. I'm supposed to be reading that this year at some point. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland is Lewis Carroll. Actually, you can see it right there, I think. Oops, I gotta spell it right. There we go. Canterbury Tales is Geoffrey Chaucer, I think. Oh, I don't think I'm spelling that right. I'm gonna skip that. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea is Jules Verne. Haven't read it, but I do own it. To the Lighthouse. Oh my gosh. Is that Virginia Woolf? It might be. I don't remember if it's Virginia Woolf. It is. Okay. Leaves of Grass is Walt Whitman. I haven't read any Virginia Woolf yet. I'm a little scared too because I'm not huge on streams of consciousness writing, which I kind of learned from The Sound and the Fury. Although I loved As I Lay Dying, but not every viewpoint was like super weird streams of consciousness. So Walt Whitman, sorry. Jurassic Park, Michael Crichton. That's I guess it's a classic within its genre. It's not really a classic, I don't think. To Kill a Mockingbird is Harper Lee. The Three Musketeers, Alexander Dumas. I have read that, but it was a long time ago. I didn't love it. The Old Man and the Sea, Ernest Hemingway. Still the only Hemingway I've read, and I did enjoy it. Why is it saying that's not correct? Did I spell it wrong? Maybe there's only one M in Hemingway. There is. There's only one M in Hemingway. The Time Machine, that is H.G. Wells, I'm pretty sure. Yes. Turn of the Screw, is that Henry James? Yes, it is. I've tried to read that so many times, and it was on my Read a Rid project last year, and that was the one book that I didn't even try to read. I'm like, I'm just getting rid of this. Uncle Tom's Cabin and his Harriet Beecher Stowe. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Roald Dahl. Much in the news these days. Brave New World is Aldous Huxley. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I do own it, but I haven't read it. Gone with the Wind is Margaret Mitchell. Haven't read that, but am reading it next month. Pygmalion. Is that George Bernard Shaw? Or am I making that up? We'll find out. I know that My Fair Lady's based on this. Yeah. Don Quixote. Oh no. Oh no. I'm reading that this year. I don't remember his name. I think the last name's Cervantes, but I don't know. They counted it. Yay! Miguel de Cervantes. Okay. Beloved, that's Toni Morrison. I've not read any Toni Morrison. She scares me a little bit, if I'm being honest, just because I know the intensity of some of her content, and I don't think I can handle it. Okay, Rebecca, Daphne du Maurier. I need to hurry myself along. Got 7.5 minutes left. The Handmaid's Tale, Margaret Atwood. Is that her name, Margaret? Find out. Yep. Wuthering Heights is Emily Bronte. Not a fan. Paradise Lost. Oh, I'm so embarrassed that I can't remember. Milton, right? Yeah. Animal Farm is George Orwell. And like all George Orwell I've read so far, which is all of 2 things. Death of a Salesman. Arthur Miller. Am I making that up? I'm not. Yay, I haven't read that. I think I saw a movie though, based on it. Slaughterhouse-Five is Kurt Vonnegut, which I have not read, but I do own. My Antonia, Willa Cather. I want to read that super soon. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, C.S. Lewis, of course. The Jungle Book is Rudyard Kipling. I can type, I promise. Heart of Darkness. I'm reading that right now. Joseph Conrad. The Scarlet Letter is Nathaniel Hawthorne. I swear, I can't type. The faster I try to type, the worse it's getting. I have 6 minutes left. A Tale of Two Cities, Charles Dickens. Of course. The Da Vinci Code. Is that a classic? That's not a classic. I think that's Dan Brown. I haven't read that. Okay. Secret Garden. Francis Hodgson Burnett. I feel like I'm spelling this wrong. I am. There's a G in Hodgson. Ah, there we go. Anne of Green Gables. L.M. Montgomery. Moby Dick is Herman Melville, I think. Yes. Walden. Is that Emerson? It says no. I'm making that up. I don't know who wrote Walden. Oh, it's Thoreau. It's Thoreau. It's Thoreau. No, I can't spell it. Thoreau. I give up. We're skipping Walden. Dracula is Bram Stoker. I love Dracula. Brideshead Revisited. I feel like I heard someone talking about this recently. Have not read it. Have no clue who wrote it. Frankenstein is Mary Shelley. The Divine Comedy, Dante. Hound of the Baskervilles is Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. It's not giving it to me. Oh my gosh. So we'll just put Doyle. Doyle worked. Maybe it was the Sir. I don't know. 100 Years of Solitude. Who wrote that? I'm supposed to read that this year too. Is the last name Garcia? I'm making that up. I am making that up. I have 4 minutes and 32 seconds. I'm skipping this, but I feel terrible. I could probably think of it if I sat here. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, J.K. Rowling. The Shining, Stephen King. Some of these are like really not classics or even modern classics. If something was written in the 90s, I don't think that even counts as a modern classic, does it? Doesn't it need to be at least like 50 years old before it counts as a modern classic? Maybe I'm wrong. Pride and Prejudice, Jane Austen. Lolita is Vladimir Nabokov? Nabokov? I don't know how to spell that. I'm getting it wrong. Lolita is the book that I swore I'd never read, so not worried about that. Vanity Fair is William Makepeace Thackeray. Picture of Dorian Gray is Oscar Wilde. My brain's starting to go out on me a little bit. Run Rabbit. I think that's John Updike. I just got rid of a John Updike. It was in that series. The Jungle. Is that Upton Sinclair? I haven't read that, but I've heard of it. Yep. Wonderful Wizard of Oz is Frank Baum. My brain's like, what? Angela's Ashes. Is that a classic? It's like Frank something. I don't remember his last name. We're skipping it. Catch 22. I don't have a clue who wrote that. Fahrenheit 451 is Ray Bradbury. Tess of the D'Urbervilles, Thomas Hardy. The Red Badge of Courage is Stephen Crane. The Great Gatsby is my brain. Oh no. Is it F. Scott Fitzgerald? Yes. Separate Piece. Oh, I have no clue who wrote this. I have read it and I liked it a lot, but I don't know who wrote it. I don't have a clue. Little Women. Yay, Louise May Alcott. I can do that. The Aeneid. Oh, I don't know who wrote the Aeneid. I feel like it starts with an I, but I don't know. I don't own it. I don't know if I'll ever read it. Maybe someday. Hamlet. All right, Shakespeare. We got that. A Clockwork Orange. I don't have a clue who wrote that. I just know that I probably will never read it. A Room with a View. That's E.M. Forster. Forster. Winnie the Pooh. A. Milne. We need some more children's classics. Oh, I got all the way through. And I have 1 minute and 40 seconds to spare. I've gotten 84 out of 100. So, the ones that I have are Oedipus the King, which I don't have a clue. Their Eyes Are Watching God. Let's see I think the last name is Hurston. So we'll try. It is. It's Zora Neale Hurston. Okay. I put in Hurston and they counted that. Glass Menagerie. Haven't a clue. The Invisible Man. Who wrote The Invisible Man? That's not Jules Verne, is it? No. And there's already a Jules Verne and there's an H.G. Wells. Who wrote The Invisible Man? Oh my word. And I know I'm pretty sure I own it. I thought that it was H.G. Wells, but it's obviously someone else, and it's not Robert Louis Stevenson. So I don't know. I have 45 seconds left, so I'm going to cycle through. Girl with the Pearl Earrings, still don't know. Still don't know Catcher in the Rye. Canterbury Tales. I know it's... Am I spelling like Chaucer wrong? Or am I making that up? Maybe I am. Ha! I was spelling it wrong. I was putting an N. I was spelling it Chaucer, and it's Chaucer. Oh well. Walden. Let's see if I can spell Thoreau. Ha! I spelled it right. There's an A in Thoreau. Did you know that? Okay. Brideshead Revisited. Don't know. 100 Years of Solitude. This is killing me that I can't remember. I have 2 seconds. 1 second. I'm done. I hope it gives me the answer. Okay. It says you got 87%. You should probably print out and frame that score. I probably should. I'm proud of that. I was like, oh, I could probably maybe do 50. 87. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that. So there's 13 that I didn't know. So the ones that I didn't know, let's go through. Oedipus the King is Sophocles. Never would have gotten that. Never. The Glass Menagerie is Tennessee Williams. Oh, didn't he write Streetcar Named Desire, which I also haven't read, but I've heard of. The Invisible Man was Ralph Ellison. I don't even recognize that name. What in the world? Girl with a pearl earring. Not a pear earring. A pearl earring is Tracy Chevalier. Catcher in the Rye is J.D. Salinger. Brideshead Visited is Evelyn Waugh. Woe or Wow? Wow, maybe? W-A-U-G-H. Actually, that's where I heard of that recently because I read some of Flannery O'Connor's letters during Flannery O January and she references him. And I was like, who is that? And I looked it up. That's how I knew. That's where I heard of Bridesheads Revisited recently. Anyways, 100 Years of Solitude is Gabriel Garcia Marquez. There was a Garcia in there. I wasn't crazy. Lolita is Vladimir Nabokov. I swear I spelled it N-A-B-O-K-O-V at first, and it said it was wrong. So then I put with an O, but maybe I spelled Vladimir wrong. I don't know. Angela's Ashes is Frank McCourt, in case you're wondering. Catch-22 is Joseph Heller. A Separate Piece is John Knowles. The Aeneid is Virgil. That does not start with an I. And A Clockwork Orange is Anthony Burgess. So yeah, overall, I'm pretty pleased with how I did. If you take this quiz, please let me know in the comments below what your score was. And yeah, if you were tripped up by any of these as well, and the spelling in particular, because I did not cheat. I could have turned around because I have a bunch of these books on the shelves and I could have turned around and looked at the spelling and I did not. So I'm really proud of myself for the spelling of some of these. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit like and also subscribe so you can continue to see more bookish content from me, and I will see you again next time.